Hi there, this is going to be a general love reading for the sign of Sagittarius. Hi Sag and Sag cross watchers. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, as well as the cross watcher of the Sag. And this is going to be your past life reading that is going to see how it intertwines with your present life. So it's my newest series and people so far love it. Ooh, Asia. Okay, so some of you have real strong ties to Asia. Look what's creeping on the bottom of the deck, Atlantis. All right, Sagittarius and Sag cross watchers. So, Asia. Some of you in this lifetime seem to be, and you don't know why, really, really into Asian things. You just are so intrigued by the culture, the food. You might feel this really weird, strange, there's no reason for it, but connection to Japan, China, is it Korea, is it Thailand? There's some kind of strong, almost illogical for some of you, because you have no ties there, you have no reason to in this life. But this is past life, okay? So in the past, you have, it feels like in the past for some of you in this, Asia life, past life, it feels like royalty. I see a lot of jade, like jade stone, beautiful green jades. I also see a lot of gorgeous, huge vases, it was a lot of opulence. There was a lot of feasting. There was a lot of beautiful silks. Some of you crave that lifestyle now because of this past life where it feels like royalty. There's a deep connection here. Some of you feel really connected to Buddha. Maybe you were raised in this lifetime Catholic, maybe Christian, but throughout your awakening process, which is what happens, right? When we really crack open, we realize that we are actually open to all religions, not just that particular one that we may have been, raised on or raised with. Someone here is really, really, really interested in that type of healing, Asian healing, a lot of, Asian arts, kanji. Someone here feels that they're really intrigued by or really love and feel really connected to kanji, which is, the symbol of how they write their language. They don't use English words, they use symbols of kanji. In fact, it's in behind me here, and I have it on my back, and I'm half Japanese, so. And then let's move on to Atlantis. I mean, Atlantis has become quite popular, hasn't it? Past few years, it's become real trendy. There is dispute about Atlantis, of where it is, where it was. Was it real? Was it fake? Was it symbolic? Was it another dimension? What was it, right? People who have past Atlantean lives, who have cracked open enough to feel them, know that it was real. In some dimension somewhere. Was it real here in the 3D world? Well, of course it's possible, right? But there's this connection here to dolphins and sea life and the coastal environment for some of you. There is this extreme connection here with ancient aliens. Mu. Yeah, Lemuria. All those places. Some of you have a fascination with the underwater, fish, coral. You love to scuba dive. Some of you are really afraid of the water. and had a traumatic experience in a past life underwater. Some of you are real connected to mermaids and such. Feel real drawn to them. For some of you, you're obsessed with the underwater world, but you are afraid to get into it. So meaning like you love that whole underwater whatever, but like if push comes to shove and people say, hey, you want to go scuba diving, you're like, no. No. There is this obsession with that part, that which cannot be explored. What does that mean? Oh, you know if you know, honey. Where is my mermaid deck? Give me a second, you guys, because for you, it's going to be, oops, sorry about that, the mermaid deck. I can only find it. Oh, here it is. Why am I hearing the love boat? Soon you'll be making another love. All right, so the mermaid tarot deck, honey. Ah. Oh, the Queen of Pentacles. Yes. What's really important about this Queen of Pentacles? Look what she's doing. She's holding up this coin, putting out an SOS. See how she's half submerged in water, half submerged in another dimension? This, for some of you, is this feeling of being half here, half somewhere else. Being of human, blah, 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 muggle, but feeling like you really are not of this world. And it's because for some of you, you literally are still sort of half in another life, another dimension. Some of you in this life, as I said earlier, with the opulence and luxury, are searching for the means, financial means, to be able to provide for yourself. That type of luxurious sort of lifetime, yeah? This is also someone here putting out a call to say, I'm here, where are you? They're calling out to their counterpart. I'm here, where are you? So these are two people separated that come from either this Asia past life or Atlantean past life. And she's in the muggle world, right? This feminine, whether it's he or she, it's a feminine. And they're saying, it's like they're on the CB radio, you know, and they're like, hey, can anybody hear me? I'm looking for so-and-so. I'm looking for my husband. I'm looking for my wife. Anybody saw them? Anybody know where they are? Page of Swords. It's like someone discovered the truth of something. See how she's sort of looking at the sword almost like in awe. And sort of like it's a new discovery. There's been some type of new discovery, and it absolutely could be related to these past lives. But it can also be discovery of the truth. Something comes to light. Something feels like it is discovered. I just keep feeling like it's discovered. Something is revealed. Someone here finds that they have all of the tools to cut themselves free from something that they may have felt trapped in. See, the Hanged Man in this deck is someone, a mermaid, right? A merman who is trapped, stuck. And it's almost like this is like, oh my gosh, if I use this, I can free myself or someone else. Now, for some of you, this goes real fucking deep. What this is the person that you're looking for, hey, excuse me, is anybody here? Is anybody there? It's like they're stuck in another dimension. They're trapped in their own mind. They haven't awakened yet, okay? However this is going to relate to you, Okay, and now what this is that she sort of, the feminine, discovers sort of this truth of something, or this tool or whatever this is, to be able to free this motherfucker right here is stuck in another dimension. Hanged Man is a pause, is nothing happening, it's suspension, but suspension because they're trapped. Someone also could be trapped in the mind. Page of Pentacles. This is a past life. Look at her how she's holding that pentacle. Got this rainbow above her, which is God's promise. You've got these fairies or pixies above her. They're fairies, actually. The fairies above her. There's a whole nother dimension. In another dimension, someone here is holding on to a promise. I mean, it's clearly a mermaid past life because she's a mermaid. So in a past, whatever life this is, this could be connected to Atlantean, an Atlantis past life. They're holding on to a promise of something. Someone promised them something and they're hanging on to that shit. Could be daddy's gonna come right back, okay? See what I'm saying? It's something like that. And some of you will feel that deep in your gut. You've been waiting. Some of you have been waiting. Some of you have had in this lifetime horrible relationships with your family, with friends, having a really hard time finding people that you connect with because there is this feeling of they always somehow let you down. But it's because of the fact that there's this thing frozen in time about like your family or people close to you or someone that was close to you. They didn't make it back or something. Like they promised you something and then they couldn't like deliver. Do you know what I mean? Here we have the Empress. This is someone who's pregnant. Look at her. She's literally pregnant. This is the queen, the goddess. This is the mother energy. This is the birth of a whole new cycle energy. This is the energy of abundance. It's a new beginning here. Birth of a huge new beginning. There's something here about paradise, coastal. Could be the Atlantis past life, Hawaii. You see how there's a palm trees in the water? It makes me feel like this is some kind of, it's some kind of like coastal setting. Someone here might be very, very, very attracted to and connected to that type of environment or place. They love Hawaii. They love Bermuda, Mexico. You see what I'm saying? Where it has this, I gotta be honest with you though, this is Polynesia. See that star above there? This is Polynesia. This is Hawaii. I can just feel it. Energetically, if you've ever been to Hawaii, you know there's a vibe. That's Hawaii. They say that Mu is hidden somewhere in Hawaii. Lemuria. Some of you are birthing a whole new life. That star above the Empress is the North Star. The North Star is crucial anytime you are lost, yeah? It's like someone's finding their way back home. That's what this feels like. It's like, hey, is anybody out there? Can anybody hear me? Right? And then the motherfucker's stuck. He's trapped, whatever this is. She finds this key or there's something here to help free him, unlock him. You know, however that's going to work for this. And then it's as if like it frees them up. See? Someone feels abandoned. See the Five of Pentacles? I'm telling you, there's this energy in this life of always feeling left out or abandoned by your family or something. That's that vibe. Feeling like people left you. And it comes from this past life where someone here has been really waiting. They've been just like, no, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. And it didn't happen. But I don't think it didn't happen for like malicious reasons. I think it was like someone could have been captured. They could have died. You know, it could have been something pretty fucking traumatic like that. And then the Five of Swords, see how this looks like they're bleeding, they're hurt. It looks like she cut herself. What's funny is they all don't look like they know what the fuck to do with these swords. Self-sabotage. Some of you here have like the power or knowledge in your hands and didn't know what the fuck to do with it. Some of you, what you did was you hurt yourself. It's self-sabotage. Some of you, it's with your words. Because swords are words, they're thoughts. Some of you, you may have been hurtful with your words to yourself or others. Self-infliction. Self-inflicted wounds. Knight of Swords. Wow, look at that. It's gorgeous. It's like this queen rolls in on a wave with the sword. There's a wave of something. What's funny is she's on a wave, but she's wearing this like beautiful armor, and she has these snowflakes that are on her shoulder pads right here. And it gives me that feeling of the Queen of Swords is rolling in. And the Queen of Swords is someone who takes no fucking bullshit. See, remember the sword here? She takes no bullshit. She comes in, this is like Queen of Winter. Something about King and Queen of Winter. This could be King and Queen of, I don't know, the North or something, right? Of like a cold energy. Maybe they have air in their chart, right? Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, even though you guys are Sag. You guys in different past lives could have been air signs. Or in this life, you have air in your chart, you know? But this is also the energy of that also. Like she's coming in. She's rolling in. That's what it feels like. She's rolling in. She's prepared to fight. She's prepared to speak the truth. Yeah, see, it's a fighting kind of an energy. Five of Wands. What is she fighting for? What is she fighting for, Spirit? Fighting for the truth. Oh, look at that. This deck has this card, which is really insane if you see it. See, it's the Nine of Swords, and she's afraid to get into the water. See how she pitched a fucking tent? She's afraid to get into the water, afraid to feel the emotions. And so this is as if like, it's like, I'm afraid, I'm scared. They're like, get in the fucking water. Like, no, I don't want, I'm scared, I'm scared. And then finally she just says, you know what? Fuck it. Here I am, here I come. And instead of just getting into the water, she becomes it. Instead of just, you know, riding the wave, she literally becomes it. It's very important. She becomes the wave. Wow. Coming home, stabbed in the back, heartbreak, pain, separation. The separation of this couple and family has been devastating. The feeling of abandonment, of loss, of waiting, of being promised something and it not being delivered. Somebody in this life might be real fucking triggered when people promise them shit and don't deliver. They could also be real heavy on the self-sabotage. When things go good, they sabotage it. The Grim Reaper. The relationship is over. There is a current relationship in this particular lifetime. You can feel it. Whether it already happened or it's going to. It ended. It wasn't the right person. It's not them. This could have even been like engagement or marriage. And then it's like, it's just not them. How do you know it's not them? Because you can feel it. They know it. The Sword and the Rose. Clarity, truth, revelation, force, honor, protection, power. See, there's that sword again. And oh my God, Cupid's arrow. You guys are Sag. The arrow is for you guys. Have faith. Love is coming. Surprise, invitation, or meeting. Hesitation. The hesitation comes from if some of you are with a person or were with someone and you were just like, I know it's not them. I can fucking feel it. And I feel like it was a close call or you actually did marry them. It was either engagement or marriage. And it's like, ooh. It ain't them. It ain't them. And it's the realization and the acceptance of it's not. And it's like someone here almost went through with it, but then it's like their gut goes, nope, it's not them. It's like the more someone cracks open to, they can just feel it. They're like being literally drawn to the other person. Coffin, this death. Which is the ending, right? That's the Grim Reaper again. The end of something means now that there's a new beginning. One door closes, five more open. Expectation. She's waiting for this motherfucker. This divine feminine is waiting for this masculine. She's saying, where the fuck is he? See, it's waiting for someone to come home. Oh, you hear that? The siren, Archangel Michael. Waiting for them to come back home. Waiting for their rebirth, right? Because a rebirth is how they awaken enough to remember past lives and shit. You've got to be cracked open enough. She's waiting for him to come back home. Wow, and that Sirens is perfectly timed as well with Archangel Michael. All right, you guys, I want to remind you, if you click on the link below, my Patreon link is there to follow me there. I do my erotic tarot readings there, which are different from the ones you can rent on my website. Also on my website, saltwaterhealstarot.com, you guys can purchase tickets to my next Witches Brew, which is a Zoom networking event where we pull cards, we channel, we eat, we talk stories. That's going to be for February 22nd this month, right? So the 2 portal. Also on my website, you can pre-order my 2 newest bracelets. It's actually a remix of my I'm Love. So you see how there's this gorgeous Celtic knot bead here, and it's half amethyst, half rose quartz. It's a remix. You can pre-order that, as well as my daughter's second bracelet. She decided to go with Sakura Cherry Blossom Flower Agate. They're gorgeous, okay? So to pre-order, go ahead and go to my website. Thank you for your likes, your shares, and your subscriptions here on YouTube. Please be sure to follow me on Instagram, xi_missy_xi. And I will see you guys later, Sag and Sag Cross Watchers. Love you.